Welcome back to Good Day Columbia, a decade-long event to benefit abused women and children making its way back to the Midlands. The 10th annual Songbird Cafe event taking place this week. And here to talk all about it is Ms. Audrey Brown, board member of Sistercare, board of directors, rather we should say, of Sistercare. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Glad to be here.
Well, we know this event definitely hits home for a lot of people, and especially we're talking about South Carolina, where the statistics are very high as it relates to men who have murdered women here in the state.
That is true. South Carolina currently ranks second in the nation of women killed by men.
That is a high number.
It's a very high number.
Wow. Talk to us about this event here that's taking place, Songbird Cafe. We know it's to help benefit Sistercare. Where did the concept of this event come from?
Okay. Songbird was modeled after the Bluebird Cafe that came out of Nashville. So what we have is 3 to 4 different songwriters that are up on stage, and they tell where the inspiration for their songs came from. They perform them in an acoustic, unplugged environment. It's very intimate, up close and personal, and it's a great time.
That is really good. So what can we expect apart from the acoustics? Are we looking at maybe something really laid back or something that we can get involved in altogether?
It's very laid back. They encourage audience participation. It's kind of like if you were sitting down with a big group of friends and just playing through some songs.
Wow, okay, that's pretty interesting. Some good stuff there. Now, tickets are $100.
Tickets are $100 for the event, and that includes heavy hors d'oeuvres and beer and wine, but $86 of that is tax deductible.
That is really good to hear. You know, many people will want to go to different events and they'll see, wow, $100, that's a lot of money, but we're talking about services to help women who could die.
That is true, and just last year alone, Sistercare served more than 8,500 women and children through our shelters and services. So I know $100 seems like a lot. $86 of that is tax deductible, and it is definitely needed.
Oh, absolutely. So what can we do to get involved? There's someone that's watching this morning. Where can they go to get tickets, or where is everything taking place?
Tickets can be purchased online at www.sistercare.com. And the event is held at Leaside, which is off of Garners Ferry Road, and it's Thursday. Doors open at 7 and the show starts at 8.
Wow, open at 7.
Show starts at 8.
Okay, that is some really good stuff there. All right, Ms. Brown, thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. And stay with us, because coming up a little bit later on this morning, we're going to actually be speaking to a domestic violence survivor. It's a story that you don't want to miss. Good day. Well, welcome back to Good Day Columbia. Now, a few minutes ago, we talked with Audrey Brown about the Songbird Cafe, an event aimed at helping Sistercare. It's events like this that help abused women who have no other place to go. Now, joining me now is Debra, a survivor of domestic violence, one young lady who needed Sistercare's help, and she was able to find that help through Sistercare. Debra, thank you so much for being here this morning. We really do appreciate it, and we know it takes a lot of strength and courage to be able to come out and talk about the things you've endured. Tell us your story, and how did you find Sistercare?
It started out, I was married for about 20 years, and I kept doing the honeymoon syndrome. The good didn't last as long, and the bad got worse. I kept going back, and I wanted to stop that. Well, in one of the times I'd left, I'd signed a CDV charge on my ex, and then he done something, he got busted, and they couldn't find no drugs on him, but they found that I had put the charge on him. The judge had called me and asked me what did I want to do. Well, it kind of threw me because I wasn't sure what she was asking, and I told her, I said, well, set the fine and we'll try again. She said, what do you mean by try again? I said, we'll try again. She said, let me let you talk to one of my advocates. And she got on there and she said, she talked to me for a little bit, and she said, I feel that the children are being endangered. And I told her, I said, no. I said, you can't take my kids. I said, I will run as hard and far and spend every dime I can, because they deserve a chance. She was reprimanded for saying that, but I'm glad she did, because it gave me the backbone to know he wasn't going to change, but my kids only had me.
Wow. Talk about that. You talk about your kids, you being attacked verbally and also physically, and then the kids being in the point. How did you feel almost trapped in a sense in that situation because you couldn't get out because the kids were there?
And somewhat, it's after a while you done been abused so long and everything low rate, you kind of don't think for yourself. It's almost like you're programmed. You're told what to do, when to do and such. And until that lady told me that, it was like something kicked in gear, and I understood that I needed some help, and my kids did, before it could get worse than just a few slaps or knock upside a wall or something.
Wow.
Which my baby, my youngest, the oldest one, he had a shunt put in his head. The youngest one for a while wouldn't talk because he'd been whipped because he couldn't say Godzilla. Stuff like that. That hurts me worse than anything out of all that I've been through.
Oh my gosh.
But after we got that, I got in touch with Sistercare. They helped me in shelter. They helped me through the divorce. They were with me. They were like almost like my cheering squad. They kept backing me up, and when I felt like I was going backwards, they gave me the little push that I need. They're not a man's hater club. They're there to help the women be able to stand on your feet, be able to take care of your kids.
What if an organization like Sistercare was not around at the time that you needed them? What do you think, would you even be here right now?
No, I really don't. Either if I was, I wouldn't be on the outside. I'd probably be in prison, because it was coming to the point where one of us was going to have to do something.
What are some signs that you noticed? You talked about you kept going back. What are some things that maybe a woman who's watching right now who might be in that same predicament, what are some things you could tell them to watch out for?
The part that really sticks out in my mind the most is that you think that they care when they're checking up on you. Well, the checking up get to where you can't go to the grocery store 30 minutes time while you're late. Who were you messing with? Who were you seeing? It's kind of hard to explain.
Gotcha.
And some of the stuff I didn't recognize as being the violence and everything until I got with Sistercare. And they helped me see more things than what I did at first.
And for the final thing, Deborah, now this Thursday, an event taking place, the Songbird Cafe. Tickets will be, the proceeds benefiting Sistercare. Really quick, events like this, how important is it that people get involved?
Very important, because that when we come to Sistercare, we usually just have the clothes on our back. We're without everything, and Sistercare helps supply it. And they really need all the help that they can get too, because it helps us.
Wow. And Debra, thank you so much again. Domestic violence survivors speaking out to those folks this morning who are watching. And we know that there's someone who may know somebody who's watching that have been in your predicament. And also, Ms. Brown, thank you for being here to talk to us about the Songbird Cafe. Once again, thank you again. That event taking place this Thursday at 7 p.m. We'll have that information on your screen right here. Thursday, October 4th, 7 p.m., $100 per ticket. All proceeds benefiting Sistercare. We're back after this.